Yesterday, newly elected Republican Representative Corey Mills from Florida gave his fellow House members a very classy gift, a grenade, literally a grenade. It was a dummy grenade, thankfully, or at least it was an inert grenade, but let's watch Corey explain it himself.
I want to get your take on this unique gift that you are giving your fellow House Republicans. You handed out Florida manufactured grenades branded with the GOP logo with a letter explaining that they were first developed for the Vietnam War, making it clear that the grenades are not active. What's this about?
What's it about is this dude a little loopy. It is unknown how many grenades he gave out to his fellow Congress members. Regardless, it's an uninspiring start to his first term in Congress, and not a particularly surprising one, although maybe next level in the insanity of bringing the vibes of violence right back into the House. Here is what Mills is all about. So you might not be surprised after you hear this. Mills, who was endorsed by, surprise, surprise, former President Donald Trump, is among several new House members who deny that President Biden legitimately won the 2020 presidential election. Shocked, I'm shocked. A veteran and defense contractor, Mills also bragged in his campaign that he sold tear gas used on Black Lives Matter's protesters. So that's the kind of guy we're dealing with, bragged about it. So a grenade is not a far jump from there. Cenk?
Okay, if you brought in a grenade and gave it out to all your coworkers at almost any job in the country, you would be immediately fired and probably arrested. If somebody came in here and said, "Oh, it's okay, it's inert, but I'm handing out grenades to everybody," it's not even close. We would fire them on the spot. Okay, what kind of lunatic does that? That's a very dangerous, unstable person. The only workplace you can't get fired for doing that is where our representatives meet, Congress. Welcome to America. Like literally the most dangerous workplace in the country is Congress. Remember, they got attacked with people chanting about hanging different politicians. And now a guy walks in, he's like, "I'm a defense contractor and I hate black people and I sold tear gas and mauled their protesters." And oh yeah, the rioters that attacked our democracy, awesome. But protesters saying, "Hey, the government tyranny shouldn't kill innocent black men on the streets." Terrible protesters. But that's what Republicans like. I mean, this is not even a big story. I remember a time not that long ago where if a lunatic came in and handed out grenades in Congress, that would have been the biggest story in the country for the entire year. Now it's barely a blip because people expect Republicans to be lunatics. That's now normal. If a Republican doesn't act in a mentally challenged way, people are like, "Whoa, you sure you're a Republican? How come you haven't tried to kill anyone yet?"
Let's see if he can explain why he did it before we go to Jackson for some commentary. Let's take a look at Mills trying to justify this gift.
So it's very customary for whenever people are coming in to give gifts either to steering committee or other GOP members in the freshman class, just kind of talk about something from their state or something that represents their background or maybe the committees they're on. You know, for me, example, these were all made in Florida. I'm a military combat veteran, Bronze Star recipient, and I sit not just on the House Foreign Affairs, but also the House Armed Services Committee. So I think that what they're really upset about is that I didn't actually give them one of these gifts. I've offered Congressman Ted Lieu, who seemed to have an issue with it, to make him one. Unfortunately, I can't put House majority on the back like I did for everyone else for obvious reasons. So, you know, if they would get this upset about our borders or the sexualization of our children or things like that as opposed to a simple gift, that would be really, really nice for once. But again, this was cleared through the Capitol Police, cleared by the chief, cleared by leadership, cleared by the bomb squad. It's clearly nothing more than a paperweight, but you've got people like Ted Lieu and Swalwell who are melting down over this.
That's what the House Foreign Affairs and the House, whatever committees this idiot is on, should represent is it's foreign affairs and it's the Armed Services Committee. Let's make sure that represents bombing them as overtly as possible. Jackson, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, yeah, typically you bring the office like gift cards to the spa or like, gift cards for some video game store for their kids or something. But yeah, like Cenk pointed out, like just casually handing out like weapons, grenades being like extremely violent weapons, even more than like handguns. They'll literally blow your arm off or your leg off or something like that. Like coming into the office with like a big box of switchblades or machetes. Grenades are more deadly than that. So like Cenk, you're absolutely right pointing out about how really kind of out of bounds that really is, to just bring something like that in. But it fits right along, like you said, with the violent and crazy rhetoric of the Republican Party. And they can't really do stuff like this and then be like, oh, what are you talking about? We're not racist. We're not against immigrants. I mean, look what he just said, talking about bringing attention to the border, bringing attention to everything that the Republican Party stands for. So it fits them perfectly, does it not?
Yeah,
totally. And he was only able to get these in probably because on day one, the new House Republican majority removed the metal detectors.
Yeah. I mean, look, if I'm running the House majority and somebody says, hey, I'd like to give out grenades, I say, let's think of plan B. Let's work this idea over a little bit, okay? Let's whiteboard it, let's do something with it, okay? But maybe not grenades. But to Republicans, again, it seems perfectly normal. Look, I don't know if you're gonna take this as an upside or whatever. I don't want anybody getting hurt. But this idiot, oh yeah, it's inert. We checked. Really? I mean, I've done 1,000 stories with guys who are like, oh no, I know the gun isn't loaded, right? So I can see them. Oh yeah, like he thinks it's one of the idiot Republicans. And next thing you know, there goes their arm. So, but this seems normal to a Republican, right? Oh, this is a thing that can kill a lot of people. Here, that's my gift to you. Maybe use it on Black Lives protesters. Okay, that's the Republican Party. That's the Republican Party. Next is going to be a grenade launcher, and then a tank, and then they're going to start firing at one another. And they're like, look at Ted Lieu, he doesn't want to get blown up. What a loser! What a loser! Like black people, losers. My company used tear gas against Black Lives Matter protesters. That's what this idiot lunatic is. Congratulations, Republicans. That's your representative. Enjoy.
And to Cenk's point, when you think deadly device is inert, it doesn't always work out that way. Ask Alec Baldwin.
No, good point. Good point. And every one of these Republicans is infinitely dumber. So good luck with your grenades that are inert. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. I really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.